What if God could be airplane? What if God could be likened to a machine more than a person? Because people aren't gods, so we won't assume that God is like a person, although we're said to be made in his image. That could mean our picture look like him, or it could just mean the image imagination in the mind has the same characteristics or whatever. But I was just thinking, I saw this little bug going across the windshield. It was just tiny, tiny, tiny little thing. Barely see it. And I looked real close at it, and it was a kind of a complex bug. It had several legs, antennas, its body, and it was crawling along. So small. And I thought, what if that's huge compared that well it is. That is huge compared to small scale. If I can see it with my naked eyes, then it's gigantic compared to something that's, nano sized. And modern technology, we understand now that things can be manipulated at a nano scale. They can be built things, there can be nano robots. And at that small scale, there's no way to have a wired interface. They've got to be operating either independently of any controls, or they have to be operated through some, computer wirelessly. And so, in that line of thought, if something of the nanoscale can be wirelessly manipulated, it can be built at all and then be wirelessly manipulated, then we're talking just electrical frequencies at that point. It's just electrical signal. So, what if electricity in and of itself, or excuse me, I'd better add magnetism because you can't have one without the other, truly. Electromagnetism, what if the energy part of it, devoid of particle thought, just energy, waves, what if it was sentient? It's just an energy, it's like magnetic field. It's sentient, but it's not, we don't perceive any words coming from it. It's not talking to us. Uh, what if its sentience is the core of what our sentience is? The electromagnetism that actually animates our bodies and powers our synapses and such is sentient itself. The electrical charge itself is the sentient component. Then we could look at the world that has been made by God as a machine, because it operates as a machine. It doesn't seem to care what our wishes or feelings about anything are. It does what it does. Things happen and they occur, and it doesn't care whether we like it or not, like a machine would do. So God's true nature, in that way, God doesn't seem to be concerned with our wishes or wants, no matter what, whether we pray or not. It doesn't seem to change anything that happens here on earth. It only changes it in our minds. Maybe. Just a thought.